In 2024, a $999 electric bike went an incredible 80 miles on one charge, and it wasn't made by a luxury brand. Now, 5 companies sell bikes under $1,200 that can travel 55 to 80 miles per charge. Cheaper batteries and better motors changed everything. For the first time, long-range rides are affordable for everyday riders, not just high-end buyers. The Lectric XP Lite 2.0 long range costs $999 and can travel up to 80 miles on pedal assist, as the company claims. It uses a 672 watt-hour battery, one of the biggest you can get for under $1,000. The bike weighs about 46 pounds, making it light and easy to handle compared to other long-range e-bikes. The folding frame helps riders store or carry it easily. It folds in about 90 seconds without any tools. Once folded, it fits in a car trunk, closet, or even under a desk. This is very useful for people living in small apartments or those who take buses or trains with their bikes. A 300-watt motor powers the bike, reaching 720 watts at its highest output. This setup focuses on saving energy instead of using too much power. The bike can go up to 20 miles per hour, which matches the legal limit for Class 2 e-bikes. The balance between steady power and short bursts helps the battery last longer. The large 672 watt-hour battery is what really makes this bike special. It gives more range than many e-bikes that cost double. A good battery also means better life and safety. Riders should know that the 80-mile range is for pedal assist. You still have to pedal. Using only the throttle gives about 30 to 40 miles on a single charge. The 20-inch by 2.5-inch tires help save battery power because they roll easier. Smaller tires use less energy but make the ride a bit rougher on bumps. The mechanical disc brakes stop the bike safely and have a built-in feature that cuts motor power when braking starts. This prevents accidents. A small LCD screen shows your speed, battery level, and trip distance. You can choose from 3 pedal assist levels. Level 1 saves battery, Level 3 gives full power, and Level 2 balances both. Overall, the Lectric XP Lite 2.0 is a strong, lightweight, and affordable long-range e-bike that gives riders freedom without spending a lot. The Lectric XP 3.0 long range costs between $999 and $1,199, depending on sales and options. It can travel up to 65 miles per charge using pedal assist. The bike has a 500-watt motor that peaks at 850 watts, giving it more power than the XP Lite. This extra strength helps on hills and when carrying cargo, though it slightly lowers total range. Its 20-inch by 3-inch fat tires provide better grip and comfort on sand, gravel, and uneven roads. The wider tires absorb bumps without needing front suspension, making rides smoother. The folding frame design makes storage simple. It folds quickly and fits in cars or small spaces. The bike weighs about 64 pounds heavier than the XP Lite, but this extra weight adds stability and better balance while riding. The bike can carry up to 330 pounds, including rider and cargo. A strong frame and built-in rear rack make it great for carrying groceries or gear. Optional front racks add even more space. The 614 watt-hour battery provides the long range, though real-world use usually gives 40 to 50 miles depending on terrain and assist level. The XP 3.0 features hydraulic disc brakes, which use fluid for smoother, safer stops with less effort. A color LCD screen shows speed, battery, trip time, and power use. Built-in LED lights in the round, front and rear run from the main battery, improving visibility without needing separate charging. Overall, the XP 3.0 is a powerful, practical e-bike built for comfort, distance, and daily use. The Heybike City Run costs $1,099 and delivers up to 55 miles per charge on pedal assist. The bike targets daily commuters rather than recreational riders or cargo haulers. A 500-watt motor provides adequate power for urban riding without exceeding Class 2 limits. Top speed reaches 20 miles per hour on throttle alone. Pedal assist extends that speed slightly depending on rider input. Hydraulic disc brakes come standard at this price point. The fluid-actuated system provides reliable stopping power in rain or dry conditions. Brake maintenance stays minimal compared to mechanical alternatives. Pad replacement occurs less frequently due to even wear patterns. The safety benefit justifies the cost premium over cable brakes. Battery capacity measures approximately 540 watt-hours based on the voltage and amp-hour specifications. That storage enables the claimed 55-mile range under ideal conditions. Real-world commuting typically achieves 35 to 45 miles, depending on terrain and weather. The range suffices for most daily commutes, with margin for unexpected detours or errands. The frame design prioritizes comfort over sportiness. Upright riding position reduces back and neck strain during extended rides. Swept-back handlebars allow natural arm positions. The saddle includes cushioning for longer sits compared to performance-oriented bikes. Commuters spend more time seated than recreational riders. Comfort becomes critical for daily use. Tire size measures 27.5 inches in diameter with moderate 2.2-inch width. The larger diameter rolls over obstacles more easily than smaller wheels. Potholes and curbs pose less threat. The moderate width provides some cushioning without the drag penalty of true fat tires. Efficiency stays high while maintaining adequate comfort. Fenders come pre-installed front and rear. Full coverage keeps spray off the rider and bike components. Rainy commutes remain practical rather than miserable. The fenders also protect the drivetrain from dirt and debris. Less contamination means longer component life and reduced maintenance frequency. An integrated rear rack mounts directly to the frame. The rack supports panniers, baskets, or cargo straps. Commuters carry laptops, lunch, and work clothes without backpacks. Keeping weight off the body improves comfort and reduces sweating during warm weather. The rack capacity handles typical commuter loads easily. The LCD display shows essential information without overwhelming users. Battery percentage displays prominently. Speed and distance traveled appear clearly. Assist level selection uses simple up and down buttons. No smartphone app requirement keeps. Operation straightforward for less technical users. Weight measures approximately 55 pounds fully assembled. One person can maneuver the bike into storage or lift it onto vehicle racks. The weight stays reasonable while maintaining structural integrity for daily use. Lighter bikes sacrifice durability. Heavier bikes become burdensome. The City Run balances these concerns effectively. The Velotric Discover 1 typically sells near $1,199 during promotional periods. Regular pricing can exceed budget limits, but frequent sales bring costs down. The bike achieves up to 60 miles per charge on pedal assist mode. A 500-watt rear hub motor provides smooth power delivery. Rear-wheel drive creates familiar handling characteristics for experienced cyclists. Battery capacity reaches 614 watt-hours, matching the Lectric XP 3.0 long-range specification. The similar capacity produces comparable range results. Real-world distances of 40 to 50 miles represent realistic expectations for average riders in typical conditions. Hills, wind, and heavier riders reduce those figures. Flat terrain with light riders extends distances. The step-through frame design allows easy mounting and dismounting. No high-top tube blocks entry. This feature matters for riders with limited flexibility or those wearing dresses and skirts. The low standover height creates confidence for less experienced riders who worry about getting stuck on the bike. Puncture-resistant tires reduce flat tire frequency. Internal protective layers block thorns, glass, and small nails from reaching the tube. While not completely flat-proof, these tires significantly decrease roadside repairs. Commuters and recreational riders benefit from reduced maintenance anxiety. Flat tires cause more ride cancellations than any mechanical issue. A front suspension fork smooths rough pavement and path surfaces. The fork compresses approximately 50 millimeters during impacts. That travel absorbs significant shock before it reaches the rider. Comfort improves on poorly maintained roads. The suspension adds weight and maintenance requirements, but most riders consider the trade-off worthwhile. Mechanical disc brakes handle stopping duties. The cable-actuated system costs less than hydraulic alternatives while providing adequate performance. Brake adjustment requires periodic attention as cables stretch. Most riders can learn basic brake adjustment through online videos. The maintenance represents a reasonable trade-off for the lower purchase price. An integrated rear rack supports cargo accessories. The rack capacity handles grocery runs and errand loads. Panniers attach using standard mounting points. The rack construction uses heavy-gauge materials capable of supporting 40 pounds or more. Weight placement stays low and centered for optimal handling. The comfortable saddle includes extra padding compared to sport bike seats. Longer rides become more tolerable. Cushioning thickness balances comfort against pedaling efficiency. Too much padding can cause chafing. Too little creates pain. The Discover One saddle aims for the middle ground that serves most riders. Wheel size measures 27.5 inches in diameter. The larger wheels provide better rollover capability than 20-inch folders. Efficiency improves on paved surfaces. The compromise between standard 26-inch mountain bike wheels and larger 29-inch wheels creates versatility for mixed surface riding. The Vanpowers City Venture base bike sells for approximately $949 during promotional periods. An optional range extender battery adds to the total cost, but can keep the complete system under $1,200 during sales. The combined system achieves up to 80 miles per charge. The base bike alone provides approximately 40 to 45 miles depending on usage. The main battery integrates into the down tube for clean aesthetics. Hidden batteries reduce theft risk and improve appearance. No external pack disrupts the bike's lines. The integration protects the battery from impacts and weather exposure. Replacement becomes more complex but rarely occurs during normal service life. The range extender mounts in a water bottle cage position. The secondary battery looks like an oversized water bottle. Riders can remove the extender when maximum range is not needed. Weight and cost scale with actual requirements. Commuters might use the extender Monday through Friday and remove it for weekend rides. A 500-watt motor provides power for urban riding and moderate hills. The rear hub placement creates familiar handling for traditional cyclists. Power delivery feels smooth without sudden surges. Throttle response stays predictable across speed ranges. New electric bike riders adapt quickly to the controlled power application. The brain? Combined battery capacity totals approximately 840 watt-hours when both batteries connect. That storage explains the 80-mile maximum range claim. Energy density improves when spreading capacity across two smaller packs rather than one large heavy unit. The modular approach offers flexibility that single battery systems cannot match. Mechanical disc brakes provide stopping power adequate for the speeds involved. Regular adjustment maintains performance as cables stretch. The brake levers include motor-cutoff switches. Power stops flowing when brake pressure applies. This safety interlock prevents accidents from simultaneous throttle and brake inputs. The step-through frame accommodates various rider heights and body types. Standover clearance stays low for confident mounting. The frame geometry balances comfort and efficiency. Too upright sacrifices speed. Too aggressive causes discomfort. The City Venture aims for daily rider positioning. Integrated lighting includes a front LED headlight. The main battery powers the light through the bike's electrical system. No separate battery requires charging. The light provides adequate illumination for dawn and dusk riding. Supplemental lighting improves safety during true darkness. Fenders attach front and rear to protect riders from spray. Rainy weather riding becomes practical rather than miserable. The fenders also keep the drivetrain cleaner. Less contamination extends component life. Maintenance, frequency, and cost decrease over time. Weight measures approximately 50 pounds for the base bike. Adding the range extender increases total weight to around 56 pounds. The mass stays manageable for lifting into storage or onto vehicle racks. Heavier configurations provide stability during riding. Weight distribution remains balanced despite the additional battery. Lithium-ion battery technology determines electric bike range more than any other single factor. Energy density measured in watt-hours per kilogram defines how much power fits in a given weight. Modern cells achieve approximately 250 watt-hours per kilogram. Older technology from 2015 managed only 150 watt-hours per kilogram. The improvement enabled longer ranges without weight penalties. Cell chemistry variations create performance and cost differences. Samsung and LG produce premium cells used in better electric bikes. Generic cells from unknown manufacturers cost less, but may fail sooner. Cell quality affects safety, longevity, and performance consistency. Reputable brands use quality cells even in budget bikes. Unknown brands often cut corners on battery components. UL certification indicates independent testing, verified safety standards. The certification process examines fire risk, electrical protection, and mechanical integrity. Certified batteries undergo abuse testing, including crushing, puncture, and overcharge scenarios. Non-certified batteries may lack these safety features. The certification matters more as battery capacity increases because larger packs store more energy. Battery management systems protect cells from damage during use and charging. These electronic controllers prevent overcharging that causes fires. They stop over-discharging that permanently damages cells. Temperature monitoring shuts down systems before heat damage occurs. Cell balancing spreads charge evenly across parallel groups. Quality management systems add cost but prevent expensive failures. Charge cycles define battery lifespan. One complete cycle equals full discharge followed by full recharge. Partial charging extends total lifespan significantly. Lithium batteries typically last 500 to 1,000 complete cycles before capacity drops to 80% of original. Proper charging habits can extend life beyond 1,000 cycles. Poor habits accelerate degradation. Temperature affects battery performance and longevity dramatically. Cold weather reduces available capacity by 20 to 40%. The chemical reactions inside cells slow in low temperatures. Less reaction speed means less power delivery. Hot weather accelerates degradation and increases fire risk. Ideal storage and operating temperatures range from 50 to 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Rider weight impacts range more than most buyers expect. Physics governs the relationship between mass and energy consumption. A 150-pound rider travels significantly farther than a 250-pound rider using identical bikes and conditions. The motor must work harder to accelerate and maintain speed with heavier loads. Battery drains faster under increased demand. Terrain changes range calculations dramatically. Flat routes allow maximum distance. Each hill climbed consumes extra battery power beyond level riding. The motor fights gravity during climbs. Descents recover minimal energy unless regenerative braking exists. Most budget bikes lack regenerative capability. The energy spent climbing never returns. Wind resistance increases with the cube of velocity. Doubling speed requires 8 times the power to overcome drag. Headwinds act like invisible hills, requiring constant extra motor effort. Tailwinds provide assistance that extends range. Crosswinds increase instability without helping or hurting range significantly. Calm days produce better range than windy conditions. Tire pressure affects rolling resistance directly. Underinflated tires increase drag substantially. The motor compensates by drawing more battery power. Properly inflated tires, according to sidewall specifications, optimize efficiency. Checking pressure weekly prevents gradual losses. A simple floor pump with pressure gauge becomes essential equipment. Pedal assist level selection gives riders control over range versus effort trade-offs. Maximum assist drains batteries fastest but requires minimal physical effort. Minimum assist extends range dramatically but demands more pedaling work. Most riders settle on medium assist levels that balance distance and exertion. Learning to adjust assist based on conditions maximizes practical range. Speed choices directly affect distance capability. Riding at maximum speed consumes battery power rapidly. Aerodynamic drag increases exponentially with velocity. Motors must overcome that resistance using stored energy. Moderate speeds of 12 to 15 miles per hour stretch range considerably. Patience adds miles to every charge. Manufacturer range claims represent best-case scenarios tested under ideal conditions. Light riders on flat terrain with no wind at moderate speeds achieve maximum distances. Real-world use rarely matches those conditions. Practical range typically measures 60 to 70% of advertised claims. Riders should plan around realistic expectations rather than optimistic marketing numbers. The Lectric XP Lite 2.0 claims 80 miles on pedal assist. Real-world range falls between 50 and 65 miles for most riders. The Lectric XP 3.0 advertises 65 miles but delivers 40 to 50 miles typically. The Heybike City Run promises 55 miles yet achieves 35 to 45 miles normally. The Velotric Discover one lists 60 miles but produces 40 to 50 miles in practice. The Vanpowers City Venture with range extender claims 80 miles and delivers 55 to 70 miles under typical conditions. These gaps between claimed and actual range affect all electric bikes regardless of price. Premium bikes costing $3,000 face identical percentage reductions. The physics remains constant. Marketing departments use best-case testing. Riders experience average-case reality. Understanding this discrepancy prevents disappointment and enables informed decisions. Conservative range planning prevents getting stranded. Riders should plan routes assuming 60% of claimed range. This cushion accounts for unexpected headwinds, detours, or increased assist usage. Running out of battery miles from home creates serious problems. Walking an electric bike back home represents a miserable experience due to weight and rolling resistance. 5 electric bikes deliver maximum range under $1,200 through smart engineering and improved battery technology. The Lectric XP Lite 2.0 long range costs $999 and achieves 80 miles per charge on pedal assist through a 672 watt-hour battery in a lightweight, 46-pound folding frame. The Lectric XP 3.0 long range sells between $999 and $1,199 with 65-mile range from a 614 watt-hour battery and fat tire capability. The Heybike City Run costs $1,099 with 55-mile range and hydraulic brakes for urban commuting. The Velotric Discover one typically sells near $1,199 during sales with 60-mile range and step-through comfort design. The Vanpowers City Venture with range extender costs approximately $949 for the base bike and reaches 80 miles through a modular dual battery system totaling 840 watt-hours. Battery technology improvements made these ranges possible at budget prices. Lithium-ion costs dropped 89% between 2010 and 2024. Manufacturing scale increased. Energy density improved. The combination brought long-range capability to mainstream pricing. Bikes achieving 60 to 80 miles per charge no longer require premium budgets. The democratization of range happened faster than industry predictions suggested. Real-world distances measure 60 to 70% of manufacturer claims for most riders in typical conditions. Lectric XP Lite delivers 50 to 65 miles. The XP 3.0 provides 40 to 50 miles. The Heybike achieves 35 to 45 miles. The Velotric produces 40 to 50 miles. The Vanpowers reaches 55 to 70 miles with both batteries. These realistic figures still exceed what budget bikes offered just 3 years ago. Progress continues as battery costs drop and energy density improves. Tomorrow's budget bikes will surpass today's premium models. But buyers today can access legitimate long-range capability without premium pricing. The 5 bikes profiled demonstrate this market shift completely. Range anxiety no longer justifies spending $3,000. Budget options now deliver the distances most riders need for practical transportation and recreation.